Okay. CGA League game. So this is the first round of the September division of the CGA League, Group A7. So this is a tournament game, and therefore I will not be looking at chat at all until after. But it also means that this is a nice serious game, 45 minutes of time each, followed by 10 minutes for 25 stones. So I shouldn't run into time trouble this time. I'm not tired. This will be a good game, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so unlike the last two games where I did something different from my usual opening, I'm gonna go standard. Just make sure the stream is up properly. Cool. And there we go. Okay, so he's going in at C18, C16. So my usual response to this is D14. Let's have that. Let me just take a look at this guy's profile. Oh, he's French. Nice. Well, I mean, French-Canadian, obviously. Very cool. He plays quite a lot, too. Okay, so it seems like he actually wants to go into the taisha, which probably means he knows the taisha, which probably means that I know exactly how this is going to go. He's going to do D15, D17, and he'll connect at C15, E15, push like this all the way until K16. Most likely. Okay. So far so good. C15 now. I'm not sure why he's thinking C15 is really the only move. B15 leads to kind of a bad result. Sorry, E15. E15 leads to kind of a bad result. Okay, so he did end up with C15 in the end after all. So he's going to extend to F16. I'm going to do C17. He'll do C14. Then we'll do the push, and then I'll grab C12. Okay. So far, so good. C14. Only move. Sorry I'm not saying much, but there's not much to say. I'm pretty sure c14 is mandatory here. I'm not sure why he played the taisha if he needs this much time to remember it. This is not the sort of joseki that you can re-derive from first principles every time. You kind of have to know it. I'm already ahead on the clock. It's only move 15. Okay, so he ended up doing c14 anyway. If he's going to think that long for each of these moves, because there's like 10 more to go. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the typical move here is not f17, but rather g16. Normally he would go here, and we would just sort of chase each other up to this point, and then grab this. So he immediately goes f17. Let's see what the correct way to punish this is. Keeping in mind, there might not actually be a punishment. It might just be another line that I don't know about. So obviously f18 comes to mind. But then g18, e18, h17. Can he do g15 instead of h17? No, not really. So I'm leaning towards that. Might also want to do b17. One of these two is what I want to do. I kind of like this more. Let's hope this is fine. The thing is, like, the ladder doesn't work in this direction for me, although obviously it does in that direction. So I have to be careful of that. Always gotta watch the ladder. So what are his options? He might do b17, so then b18, b16. Well, that would be total win for me. Okay. So he does g18. That was his other option, of course. I pretty much have to protect this stone. Yeah, no option. And I think what's cool about this now is that I'm alive even if he grabs b17 first. So if he grabs this and I do something here, then he goes b17, b18, he has to protect, and then a18 lives. So this group is now alive, I no longer have to worry about it. So I can just focus on attacking here and strengthening these stones. Okay, so should I just continue the old plan? Push here. If I do this, he pretty much has to do g16. Then I'll do h15. And he's pretty much where he was before, except that he's made this exchange, which I think is better for me than for him. So this is ending up being strictly better than if he had followed the typical path, so not going to complain. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. So he's giving up these stones. Either that, he doesn't realize how much trouble he's in. That stone is not that valuable. This is still wide open. It's much more valuable for me to grab g16. If he does g17, then h17 is a huge problem for him. Cool. This seems like pretty good profit. Is the stream working? Did you get an email? Okay, cool. It's probably working. Okay, so he is just going to make that exchange. I don't even have to grab this right away. There's not really much you can do with it. So if I tanuki and he does g17, I go here and he goes there a couple times. Let me read that up. So I tanuki, g17, h17, h18, push, 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 push. It's actually a little bit risky. Maybe it would be better for me to just capture right now. No, but then he gets sente. I don't want to give him sente. I think this is still a full win. Let me just make sure there's no tricks here. There kind of is. There's kind of a ladder here. So I'm tempted to just do something like this. It's good? Sweet. Sweet. No viewers yet, that's okay. Yeah, but you're one of them. That's okay. I get more views on the YouTube afterwards anyway. Okay. I think just in the interest of safety, I am gonna commit another move here. I don't want that move to just be this, because that's just not adding enough gain for investing a whole move on move 26. So I think I'm gonna go with h15. I know it's probably not necessary, but I just want to be super safe. The Fordan's probably like crying right now. Either way, this is a great opening for black. Okay, that doesn't seem good at all. So let's just go with the typical plan. He'll probably come into R14. Either that or O18. No, R14. Still the typical plan. So far, so good. So the top side is now just super heavy black. This is really bad for white. N15. I've never seen that move here. I've played this opening a lot. So, I mean, there's a couple of ways to approach this. One is to say, I've already got all the thickness I could want along the top. So any thickness he gets in this direction is pretty useless for him. So I should just let him push me this way and stabilize a new territory, this one here. And another way to think about it is, let's take advantage of this thickness to try to make as much territory as possible. I feel like O14 is probably a better move than N16. It just feels safer to me, so I'm just going to do that. And I'll leave it up to him to decide what to do about his now two highly weak groups. Oh, wow. Okay, I guess his opening was really not to his liking.
Why did you connect with G7?
Why didn't you connect at G17 is what somebody asked him. Okay. Sorry about the opening. So I guess he was just extremely discouraged by the lack of quality of his opening. You know the taisha too well for me. Yeah. You shouldn't really enter the taisha if you don't know the taisha pretty well. So up to here is fine. Oh, nice. I got promoted to 2Q. So, yeah, if the game had gone like this, it would have been quite even. These stones here are interrupting a key part of Black's framework. And Black's thickness in this direction is not that valuable. Or it's valuable only in the sense that it prevents White's thickness from being valuable. So, yeah, but indeed, after this point, it's, oh wow, it's the first time he's played the taisha. Tournament games. You could have connected. I'm not sure what he means by that. Oh, you mean I could have... He's saying I didn't even need to do this. Yeah, so I agree. Yeah, just want to take a risk. He's right. I probably didn't even need to connect here. This would still have been a pretty bad result for him anyway. Anyway. I got a resignation after 35 moves, so that's not a bad result. C13. Yeah, he's right. C13 would have been a very dangerous... Well, maybe not. Oh yeah, it is. He's right. So yeah, I could have. Okay, sorry viewers, that was the shortest tournament game in history. I'll stop this now so I can upload it separately, although maybe I won't even upload it, it's just not much to watch. And I'll probably start a new one right after. Thank you guys.